Testing, testing. How about now? I think it's working now, Mikey. Let me know. Testing, testing. 1, 2. Can you hear me now? Hello? Hello. Oh, good. There we go. All right. Awesome, possum. Well, welcome, everybody, to another exciting Taco Tuesday. I have a bazillion men on cards. Hooray! I hope you're all having a great week. I hope you all had a great weekend. I had a very nice weekend. I hope you have a great, wonderful week. I don't know. Otherwise, let's get it started. We're going to start off with something small. We always do. How about just a Luke Jedi, a naked Luke Jedi? He is naked. With a beat-up face and a beat-up hand. But he's definitely worth $1, starting on letter A. And we always start with something small like that, so anybody that gets here a little bit late doesn't feel left out. But there's Luke spinning all alone. We're going to get Mox spinning all over the place here. It's going to be a crazy night. Andrea's getting everybody tagged down now, and we're going to be good to go. So let's say hey. Hopefully you could see me. I could see you. We got Sean Conover with a test. Jose, can't hear you, can't hear you, can't hear you. Now, loud and clear, all good, you're good. There we go. Let's get ready for Taco Tuesday. Sounds good now. I have no sound. Yep, okay, sound is now good. There we go, fixed it all up. Andrea is tagging away. Happy Taco Tuesday, Sean Conover, 1312. All right, folks, we're going to get going here in a few momentos, por favor. We got Cody Eckholt starting us off. A5. A5. You sunk my battleship. A5. $5 holler. Hey, big news, big news, big news. This Friday, everyone. This Friday. At, I guess, noon o'clock-ish. I'm going to turn on the website for ICCC 2027. So you'll find out the dates for 2027 and also the room block link, as long as I can get it from the hotel properly. The room block link will be live, so you can book your hotel rooms. And then we're not going to start selling tickets and vendor tables until September 1st. Because I know with the room block, you got to put down 1 day's deposit and stuff like that. So I won't tax you too much on the same day. And we'll get it all released there in September for you. September 1st is going to be tickets and vendor tables, and we're going to get ready for the best ICCC yet. I am very excited. Got a lot of great feelers in the water. We're dropping some ticket prices. We're increasing guest stars. It's going to be a heck of a time. So very, very crazy. Can't wait to see you next year. I do love our little sleepover for nerds. It's absolutely wonderful. And you gotta come. If you haven't been yet, it is something special. You'll see. Hello, Brent Lancaster. How are you today, buddy? Living the dream. There we go, Sean Conover. Living the dream. Love it. Livin, baby. Livin. Living the dream. So I don't know what to talk about. Andrea will finish tagging everybody here in a second. Ooh, I just got a text message. Let's find out who it's from. No text message. It's that stupid thing. You ever look up something on eBay and you look on eBay and you're like, oh, how much is this worth? And then they keep trying to sell it to you for the next month? That's really annoying. You should be able to do like a secret search on eBay or like a, I don't know, incognito mode on eBay. Andrea is done. That means we can get to some toys here. Let's get ready to rumble! Toys, 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 toys. I just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a double Lando. We'll put him back. Let's do 6, 7, and 8. 8 items is what we need. Actually, we only need 7. Brent, Leia Hoth, and TIE Fighter Pilot. You know what, dude? I picked a Leia Hoth right off the bat. So let's start her off at letter B. Sombrero, sombrero. It is Taco Tuesday at all. Where will I keep my nacho dip? So here we go. Absolutely beautiful black hair Hoth Leia. She's got that black hair. There's the brown hair and the black hair, and this one's the black hair. She looks good. Perfect paint, perfect everything. She's got a little EPM, the little plastic hump there from where she was broken off from the sprue. But it is painted, so it looks perfect. And she looks perfect. And here is her blaster. So there you go. Ooh, really tight limbs on her as well. Ugh, can't even get the blaster in there. I keep telling my wife they're not toys, they're collectibles. That's true, they're both. It couldn't be both. Beautiful Leia, letter B, starting at $1. $1 holler on beautiful Hoth Princess Leia there, letter B. Letter C, let's do an R2-D2. Bleep, 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 bleep. And this is actually one of the ones with like the goldenish dome, and it is a, whatchamahickey one. Sensor scope, R2 sensor scope. So there you go. Actually, really nice condition on him. Where is he from? Hong Kong. Well, that's a pretty dang nice R2-D2. Let me get him to zoom in here. There you go. Check him out. Very nice. Good color. I'd say, if anything, his limbs are a little bit yellowish, but you could pull those off of any R2 and they'll go on there no problem. But otherwise, very, very nice R2-D2. Come on, Zoom. Work with me here. There you go. Really nice R2. Sensor scope. Great dome on him. He's going to be letter C. Letter C is a R2-D2 sensor scope. Letter C. And then letter D. Big shout out to Derek Cernak for making me the IC auction droid there. It's super duper awesome. And it's here for every Taco Tuesday. Letter D, here we go. We're on Bosch. This is a beautiful Bosch. Very nice color. He's got like that orangish head with the big mouth. I don't know if that means anything. I'm not up to date on my Bosch variants, but you see he's got that orange mouth there. I'm over here since I can see other comments. There you go. But really nice box. Look at the cross on him. The paint on him is very nice. His toes are perfect. And even the paint back there is very nice. Little tiny mark on his back there, but I don't know if that's a scratch or not. It does not feel like a scratch. That'll probably come off with a little bit of soap and water. But there you go. Very nice Bosk is going to be letter D for Bosk. Letter D for duh, it's Bosk. Alright, next up, let's do letter F. Letter F is going to be the mighty Chewbacca here. He is a complete Chewbacca in pretty darn nice shape. Got his blaster, or his bowcaster, rather. There you go. Nice Chewie. Got good paint on his pouch there. Looking good in the neighborhood. Complete Chewbacca. Starting at $1. He's going to be letter F. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next one up is R5D4. There you go. You got an R5D4 there. He's got a little bit of yellow to him, but he's still very nice condition. I don't see any rips or scratches on his sticker there. But a little bit of the yellow. Looks like he'd be perfect for a Y-Wing. Let's see. Still clicks. He's got a little, I don't know, mustard on him. A little yellow whatever there. Seems to be on top of him, so bet you can get it off. Some kind of yellow paint. But otherwise, looks good for a Y-Wing. And he's starting off at $1. That's going to be letter G as in George. George Lucas. Letter H is going to be Lando. Smiling Lando, as a matter of fact. He's got a big old grin. Pardon me. Smiling Lando, good paint, good cape. Nothing wrong with him. Got his blaster complete. Lando Calrissian with the smiling teeth. So smiling tooth variant Lando right there. He's got a little bit of tape residue right there on the cape, but I'm sure that can come right off. Yeah, me just rubbing it. Look. There it goes. Looks like somebody had his cape taped at one point, but just rubbing it has taken it right off there. So there you go. Nice Lando with teeth. Letter I. Or letter H. I'm sorry. Lando is letter H. Sorry. Come on, Lando. What's your problem, man? You don't want to stand up straight? Go home, Lando. You're drunk. There we go. Letter H on Lando. And then letter I. Let's do a Luke Jedi. Luke Jedi. Everybody loves Luke. This one has like that orangish brown robe. It's not like the greenish one. See? But it's nice. And he has no face scratch there. Very nice face. Here, let me take him out and show you. No face scratch at all. No hand scratch at all. That's a really, really nice Luke Jedi. And he is complete. Cape looks good. It is the standard Stitch cape there. And he does have his blaster. And he does have his lightsaber. I'm Luke Jedi. I'm here to crash a speeder bike into the tree. Or rather, I'm Luke Skywalker. My job here is to put the mission in jeopardy. There you go. Bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum, bum, bum. What was that game? Nintendo 64, Shadows of the Empire. This song is from that one. Alright, letter E. Crazy letter E, huh? What is this? Special Time Magazine Edition, Star Wars 40 Years of the Force. Original price $14.99. Inside stories, the epic journey, and what comes next. So there you go. It's in perfect condition. Nothing wrong with it. 40 Years of the Force, Special Edition, Time Magazine right there. Got lots of good stuff in there. Oh, you even got the subscription card still in there. BB-8. Another subscription card. Cool. John Boyega. Alright, there you go. Letter E, starting at $1. Can't go wrong with that. That's fun. Alright, next up, let's get you some mocks. Can you check Luke's tan hand again? Thought I saw a black tick. Alright. This is my strong hand. No, I got nothing on his strong hand there. Here, brother. Oh, maybe right there in his palm. Inside? Let me take the blaster out. Yeah, right there in his hand where the blaster goes. Probably just a blaster mark. But otherwise it looks really good. But also you're not going to see that as soon as the blaster's in there. But I wouldn't be grading it for an AFA 90 or nothing. But also it's a loose figure. I mean, it's in really nice condition. But there you have it. Stay. Alrighty. Yeah, on the inside, right here. Alright. What do you guys want? You want AFA? You want ungraded? Those ones are all the ones I just got back from AFA. A couple of them sold on that thread. Well, you don't want any of those. The problem is a lot of these are really, really high grades, and sometimes you guys don't like those high grade ones. Let's see what I can find here. 1 sec. 85, 85, 85. It's a good problem to have. There, an AFA 80. That one you guys are like. You like 80s. AFA 80, that one you like too. There we go. Debut mint on card. I buy high grade. When I get Powerball, I'll get some of those high graded. Ungraded, please. Okay, let's do a couple ungraded here. Up there. Okay, then we'll throw in some high grades there too. Yeah, we'll try that out. First up, Empire Strikes Back card. I'm gonna look this one up. 47 back Han Solo Bespin. We're gonna look it up and we're gonna do a starting price. Although they're not gonna have any of these because it's a 4-lam offer, but whatever. 47 back. Oh, there is one for sale. $449, $459, $725. So I don't know. Let's start off at wow, $17.99. That seems high. Let's start off at $350. $350. That's $100 cheaper than you could even look at one. Oh no, this is the Forlom offer. Hold on, I'm not starting it off at that. I actually don't see any comparables. Got all this hard to find stuff, guys, and it makes it really hard to price it. I wish you'd just bid it up for me, and then I wouldn't have to price these things. I do not see a single one for sale or sold on eBay. Let me check the rest of the internet. Give me 1 second here, folks. There's one that sold in 2025 for $552 for Hakes. So let's start off at $450, which is $100 less than the cheapest one it sold recently. And that is an AFA 80. It's card 80, bubble 80, figure 85, 47 back Han Solo Bespin. Beautiful looking card, beautiful looking bubble. Great, nice AFA there. AFA 80, 80. That's going to be letter M as in Mike. That's me. Letter M. All right, now here's a cool ungraded. This one's actually really cool because he's German. It is German. General Mills, Deutsche Zeitwegelinden. See? That's how you can tell. The Germans are coming. It's the Germans. But there you go. Beautiful crystal clear bubble cloud car pilot. He's got his weapons in the bottom of the barrel down there because he doesn't have a footer because they didn't make these with footers. But there you go. Nice German card. Action Figuren zum Slammen nun Spielen. So there you go. He's German. The Germans are here. The Germans. It does have price tag removal or something right there, and it also has a pinhole right there, as you can see. But otherwise, very, very nice, and a really hard to find variant. We'll start that at $1 and see where it goes. I know you guys like your variants. That's a really cool one there. And somebody asked me this week, they go, what makes the variants more expensive than the regular ones? And I said, you know what it is? If you think about it, I mean, America is massive. But Germany is very small compared to America, so they produced a lot less of these, and that makes them more expensive. But there you go. The German. Very nice. That is a 45 back German cloud car pilot. Nice card. There you go. Letter P as in cloud car pilot. Pilot, letter P. There you go. That worked out. All right, next up, Leia Bosch. This is a tri-logo Leia Bosch. What are they sold for? I'd figure that one's probably like, I don't know, probably like $600 in that condition, because you figure a regular one's like $500, an American one, in that condition, or in a little bit nicer condition than that. But I don't know. I'd figure around 5, 6, something like that. I really don't know. It's impossible to look up. There's none for sale. There's none been sold. Those kind of variants get really impossible to find. There you go. Leia Bosch. Tri-logo Leia Bosch. No cracks, no breaks on her bubble. Couple little tiny dents, but still a beautiful tri-logo. Those tri-logo bubbles get destroyed real quick. There you go. She has a nice 70 back. Leia Bosch. And she's going to start at $1 there on letter S. $1 holler. Can't go wrong with $1. $1 holler. Leia Bosch. Tri-logo. Next up, one of the hardest figures that I have to sell ever, and I'll tell you why. Because it makes me cry, because what happens is people buy this figure constantly and rip it open. And the reason why is because the super expensive $250 Luke Stormtrooper Blaster, even though Luke Stormtrooper came with blue-black blasters as well, but AFA doesn't recognize that, and therefore it's not fact, even though it truly is. But the problem is he comes with that blaster. So most people buy this thing for like $250, $300, whatever, and they'll rip it open to have the definite blaster. And it's too bad because it's a cool card and it's a neat figure and a neat bubble and everything, but they end up just destroying them all because that blaster is so valuable for a different figure. It happened a lot. You know what else it happens with? The the Power of the Force R2-D2, because that figure and that saber loose are so expensive that people rip them off constantly, rip them off the card, and then you lose the whole card and all the history and everything, and it's super sad. There's nothing wrong with that. No cracks, no breaks. It's like practically perfect in every way. Definitely gradable. And there you go, Kez Iban, starting at $1, and that stupid blaster. If he just had a regular blaster, there'd be a million of these carded. But because he has that blaster, they get ripped open all the time. It's really unfortunate. Don't rip open your cards. Ask somebody to trade you the card for the blaster or something. Next up, this is an Anakin offer Forlom here. Anakin offer Forlom. Should probably look him up. I'll look him up. Vintage Star Wars. Back. Forlom. AFA 80. And of course, none are sold, so let me see if there's any for sale. Of course there aren't, so let me go to the internet. That's what happens with these tougher to find variations of card backs. Somebody also asked me, oh, the Revenge card back. Why are the ones that say Revenge on the sticker worth more and stuff like that? And it's because they're only very limited runs. When they did these promotions, they did them for a short time. Like only a short time, they were putting stickers on the back of these for the Anakin promotion. And they also had printed versions as well. And that's just one promotion. Kez Iban is letter T. Letter T. Do both companies recognize the blue-black is correct now? That's cool, dude. That's awesome. I did not know they corrected their issue there. I'm happy they did. That's very nice. Well, I don't see a single one for sale or sold anywhere. Let me try writing Hakes. There you go. That one's not graded, so that doesn't help. I can't find one of these that is sold recently, so I don't know, whatever. I'll put it up, starting at $1. AFA 80, Forlom 77 back B with the Anakin offer, so Forlom with Anakin offer, unpunched. AFA 80, we're going to start him off at $1. These are hard to find, so I hope he gets somewhere. I'm going to grab my little reacher stick. He is going to be letter U as in uniform. Letter U as in uniform. All right. Then next up, I will show you our poster for tonight. Letter EI, letter EI, EIO. Old MacDonald had a poster. EI-E-I-O. It is the theatrical release poster for Star Wars The Last Jedi, where it's printed backwards with a mirror image on the back and the regular front image on the front. These were only used as theatrical release posters, so they could go in the light boxes at the movie theater, and the color wouldn't be bled out. Luke Jedi is letter I. I is in India. So there you go. Letter EI is the original theatrical release poster for The Last Jedi. All right. Let's go over here. Let me grab you some more stuff. You said you wanted some high grades, so we're going to try. You ready? And these prices I just looked up on eBay, so luckily we won't have to waste time looking them up. That I already got one of those out. Anybody want any proof cards? Proof cards, proof cards. Grabbing all the low grades. Hold on one second. This one's actually interesting. We'll do that one because that's fun to talk about. All right. Proofs, yo. Fitzky wants proofs, yo. Do you really want proofs, Fitzky? I have like 12 of them currently. Subgrades on the Forlom. Oh, Andrea, it's all the way over there. I'll grab it. The Forlom is a card 75, bubble 80, figure 85, AFA 80 overall. Okay. First up. These are the prices. The post-it notes are the prices I found online. These are freshly graded, brand new grades. But they're for recent sales, all the prices that I have on these post-it notes. So we're going to go off those, and I'm going to drop them down so there's plenty of wiggle room, and you still get a way below market price to start at. This is the first time this has ever been removed from the poly bag. There you go. Brand spanking new. This is a Return of the Jedi, and this one is special because it's Canadian. That's why they write in a bunch of different words. Canadian. Unpunched. Beautiful, beautiful card. AFA 80, 77 back A, Canadian. Unpunched, also La Guerre des Toilettes, so you could tell real easy where it's from. And this is the blank lapel variant of the Han Solo trench coat. And this is an AFA 80 Canadian, 77 back A. So isn't this debut card for Han Trenchcoat? I believe it is. And that is card 80, bubble 80, figure 85. He's going to be letter W. There you go, W. And he's the blank lapel Canadian. Blank lapel Canadian, there you go. We have the variant, here you go. This is the camo lapel American Anakin offer. This one's also extremely beautiful. And so that one we're going to start off at, what did it say on it? $800 is the most recently sold one on eBay. So we're going to start that one off at $650, so you know it's cheap. Alright, and this is the variant, or the not variant. That one's the variant. But this is the one with the camo lapels. As you can see, his lapels are camo. Anakin offer, absolutely beautiful. Unpunched. AFA 80, card 80, bubble 80, figure 85. And there you go. He's just a phenomenal piece right there. Very, very nice. Kmart sticker. And he will be letter Y. No, WX. He will be letter X. He is an AFA 80, card 80, bubble 80, figure 85. And that is the camo lapel. So you've got the blank lapel and then the camo lapel. Han Solo's back to back right there. Next up, absolutely beautiful Imperial Dignitary. This is a tri-logo Imperial Dignitary. Spreadsheet not updating. Let me see if it's updating on my end. Oh, Andrea will get to it. She's working on it. Lots of people bidding and stuff like that. She'll catch up. She always does. No worries there. Crystal clear bubble. Unpunched. Got the sticker offer. Very, very, very nice. AFA 80 plus. Imperial Dignitary. That is the card of 85, the bubble of 80, and the figure of 85. Hey, baby, just tell me if you need any of these card numbers again or anything like that, or the subgrades. There you go. Absolutely beautiful. And the last one of those sold for it looks like $750. So I'm going to start it off at $600. That's what that was for. So we'll start that one off at $600. That's going to be WXY, letter Y. I don't think I have a Tri-Logo Anakin right now, John. Sorry, buddy. And then letter Z, this one I wanted to show you. It's very cool. 1K is what it's worth. And here's why. It's a low grade, but there's a reason. Starting bid on the camo lapel is $600, babe. $600 on the camo lapel. Last one went for $700. Yeah, that's true, Kirk, for sure. She doesn't even drink coffee. She's like just self-propelled. It's crazy. She drinks tea sometimes. But anyway, the reason why this one's special, even though it's a low grade, is because this only came in the 3-pack. If you see, you got the tears here and the tears here. Because there was Canadian 3-packs at the end of the line. And what they did is they put 3 figures, they glued them and taped them together, and they put them in a 3-pack, they vacuum sealed them, and sold them up in Canada. So this is a 3-pack Leia, and the easiest way to tell is right here on the back, you see the exact piece of tape that would have held her to the other card. Because what they did is they put like the 3 cards like this. You know, and stuck them all together, and then vacuum wrapped them. Actually, if you look, up here, that's an Italian 4-pack where they did the same kind of thing with Tri-Logo cards in Italy. But see, there's 4 different cards there, and they kind of stuck them together. But the Italian ones aren't really stuck together. The Canadian ones were, and this isn't that. So I'm talking about the wrong thing. So even completely destroyed, this one's worth like $600 if it was destroyed. This one is not. It has an AFA 60, but the card is a 60. The bubble is an 80, and the figure is a 70, so still nice. And it got the 60, obviously, because of the major tears. But this is a Canadian 3-pack Leia, which makes it very special and very, very rare. So very cool. So there you go. And that is letter Z. And we're starting that one off. It's definitely worth at least $1,000. I'm going to start it off at $750. $750. We're going to start that one off. And there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that is a cool spinning wheel. Check this thing out. I always drink coffee. I love coffee. It is the best beverage that exists. Alright, for some reason. There it is. Well, look at that spinning wheel, huh? Well, what happened there? She spun around. There you go. So you got the blank lapel, then the camo lapel, then the Imperial Dignitary, and then that 3-pack Leia. Very cool. That's why it keeps hitting my desk. Put my desk down a bit. I should clear it now. Any X-Wing Luke, Rebel Commander? I got EV99s. FX7 I do not have. The X-Wing Luke just sold. So I don't have one of those. Or maybe I do. What's sold? Let me check my thing here and see which one's sold real quick. But you guys feel free to bid on anything you want. Ask me questions about anything. I'll get to them right after I find out if I have an X-Wing Luke or not. Un momento, por favor. There it is. Hammerhead is sold. 48 back Han is sold. Alright, so I should have a Luke X-Wing. Let me look over here if I have a Luke X-Wing here. You guys can see everything. There's all the cameras. Sorry, Andrea. I think there's a solo debut card. Somebody said debut cards, right? There's an EV99. John, do you want an AFA 75 EV99 or an 85? Just matters if you want to save money or not. Huh. Oh no, I did sell a Luke X-Wing. Sorry, because it was a Power of the Force one. More to come, more to come. I don't have a Luke X-Wing for you, sorry. Any last 17 tonight? Yeah, sure, brother. We'll get to some. I got a couple loose ones, and I got a few carded ones. Let's see how these go, if we get any action. We got no action on the big spinning wheel. All of those are definitely at least $100 or more below recent sales. Just so you know. All of those are at least $100 or less than recent sales, if there is a recent sale of them. If not, they're $100 or less than a sale from 4 years ago. I thought I had a regular one, man, Luke X-Wing. Hey, Mike, you're skinny. Come here.
I've not been skinny in a long time. What are we looking for?
Look for a Luke X-Wing up there, if any of those are a Luke X-Wing. Grade on M. M is a
Is that luck or what? First one
AFA 80. Oh, look. There you go, John. Mike found you one, buddy. There you go. We'll put that up in a minute here. I'll put it at the top of the pile. Thanks, bro. Whoa, sugar bush. Thank you.
Okay.
How to lose $2,000 in 10 seconds. Kodiak Holt's taking over on that beautiful Cloud Car Pilot. Hard to find there. Because he's German. He is German. The Han Bespin does not have a clear grade. It's definitely a Y. I mean, the bubble looks like a Y from here. Yep, the grade is a Y. Yep, it's a yellow bubble. M is currently at... Nobody's bid on it. It has a starting bid of $450, but nobody's bid on it yet. Can you show the Leia Min on card? Just joined. Yes, it is a Canadian. It's Canadian Leia 3-pack. It's a 3-pack Canadian Leia, so she's Canadian. So you get the La Guerre, l'Empire, Contre Attaque des Étoiles. But it's from those Canadian 3-packs. That's why you have the sticker rip here, and also that telltale piece of tape right there when they made those 3-packs at the end of the line. But this is a nice Canadian Leia, and she is graded an AFA 60. The card is a 60 because of all the damage. Bubble is an 80, figure is a 70. But this one's really rare because it is part of that Canadian 3-pack, so it's really tough to get this one. Because it originally was from a 3-pack. Those are only in 3-packs, those ones. So... tough one to get, besides the fact that it's a 41-back Canadian figure, which makes it even tougher, but still. Buying Anthony. Yeah, but letter P is special. She's German. What is M? I missed it. M is for Michael. That's me. M is a Forlom offer. Bespin Han Solo. He's graded an AFA 80. Forlom offer Bespin Han Solo. And he's a 47 back. But he's nice. For sure. Very nice. Very nice. And a good deal on him still. Nobody's bid on the 40 Years of the Force Time Magazine. Anybody want that? It was originally $16. And it's in perfect condition. And it's many moons old. Cody takes over on P at 320. Very nice piece. Wow, we have tons of people watching. Between YouTube and Facebook, there's like 60-something people watching this. That's bonkers. Welcome, everybody. If you don't know how this works, feel free to ask any questions. More than happy to tell you how paying works or shipping or how the process of bidding, if you want to know how to bid or anything like that. Always speak up. Happy to teach. Happy to teach, learn, grow the hobby. It's what it is to be IC right there. So I'm more than happy to do it. If you got any questions, please speak up. Feel free. Can you see the COO on Luke Jedi? On the loose one? Yeah. Playing a little trombone myself, so I got to get out the eye loop. If you want an eye loop, always say this when I do the eye loop, just tell Andrea for $10, she'll add one to your box. Just say, add me an eye loop, and she'll add it to your box. And they come with 2 lights. And these eye loops on Amazon are $19.99. And if you buy them here, they're $10. And they're branded IC Toys Nashville, which makes them better. And they allow old people eyes like mine and possibly yours to see little tiny letters on the back of Luke Skywalker's leg. Made in Hong Kong. He's a made in Hong Kong Luke. Painted face. P is not graded. No, P is not graded. Just because he has that tear up by the sticker. So I didn't bother to grade him. But it is German. See Germans. See Germans. There you go. That's everything currently spinning. If you got any questions about anything, please ask. Happy to show you. Happy to tell you. Brian Campbell takes over on Leia Boosh. 200 bones. Leia Bosch is not graded, Brock David. She is in a star case. Ungraded Leia Bosch. I would say a 75 is what she would grade. But I'm just guessing. Yes, you can bid on YouTube. Right where you just wrote we can bid on YouTube. You just type it in just like that, Cody. And the bid will pop up here and we'll see that. And Andrea will contact you at the end. Or you could always send her a message or me a message with what your username is on Facebook. Because Facebook Messenger is the easiest to keep in communication. If you do not have Facebook and you're bidding on YouTube, that's fine too. We can send you emails or whatever. Got it. Bubble? What bubble? Oh, the Tri-Logo Leia Bosch? Yeah, here, I'll show it to you again, man. No cracks or breaks on her bubble. Couple dents, but it is a Tri-Logo. There you go. Ugh. There's Leia Bosch. She's got a couple squishes. Nothing super major. Looks great from the front. No cracks at all on the bubble. No breaks. No open holes or anything. Just got a little tiny bit of a squish to it. But a beautiful card. Beautiful piece. Leia. Tri-Logo Leia Bosch. Is P graded? No, P is not graded. That's the German one. The German Cloud Car Pilot. The reason why I didn't get it graded, here, I'll show you, is because, like I said before, it has that sticker tear right there, and it does have a tack hole right above the punch right there. So those two things on that would make that like a, what, 65, 70 grade? 70 grade probably, and I wouldn't want to do that because it devalues things if you grade them in their 70s, to be honest. It's not worth the money to grade it. But it is the German one, so it's really hard to get. Very rare variant right there. I bet you don't see another one of those for sale for the next year. Our big wheel doesn't have any bids on it yet. And they're all definitely cheaper than the most recent one is sold. So I don't know why. Oh, thanks, man. Mike brought me a bin. He's got faith in you guys. You're going to buy a lot of stuff. I had a little tiny box. If there's anything you want to know about these, let me know. I'm happy to show you. John Imler. The way it works is I put up items, and then you guys bid on those items. The way to bid is you just put the letter that corresponds to the item, and then the amount you're willing to bid, and then you get written down in the middle there. And then what happens is once they get kind of somewhat near retail, but not retail price, not market price, I usually, once they're like 20% below retail, then I'll start calling them. And once I call it, I go 1, 2, 3, sold, and I hit my hammer here. And then I put the countdown timer, that 15 seconds you see there, that number 15 you see, is a 15-second countdown timer. So that accounts for lag. Even if you're in the same building, it's a minimum of 15 seconds on Facebook Live. So that makes sure if any bids come in before that 15 seconds go away, then those bids still count because it means they bid before I hit the hammer. If the bid comes in after I write into the comments that it's sold, then that item is sold even if bids come in right after I write that. So that's what that's for. And then at the end of the show, Andrea, my wonderful wife, who's at home and makes that list in the middle that you're seeing right there, she will send you a messenger message or any kind of message or whatever. And or no, she won't send you a messenger message. I'm lying. She puts at the bottom of the original post, she'll put everybody's totals and how much they owe, and then how to pay our PayPal and the PayPal address and everything like that. And then that stuff will, what she does is she'll tag everybody, so it'll pop up in your notifications on Facebook. And then you pay that amount, that principal balance. And then my guy Mike, that just went back there to go find that Luke X-Wing for us, Mike will be here tomorrow, and he ships everything. And then once he's done shipping, he will send you your tracking number with the exact cost of shipping. And you pay a secondary payment through PayPal for the exact cost of shipping. And that way it keeps shipping as cheap as possible for everybody. But it's super duper easy. It's just a matter of bidding. And the only rule with bidding is if it's already over $100, you have to bid a minimum of $5 or more. If it's already over $200, you have to bid a minimum of $10 or more. But that's the only rules with bidding. Otherwise, you could start at $1, and if somebody already started at $1, you could go $2, and you're in the lead. What letter is Return of the Jedi Forlom? Is letter U as in uniform, Sean. Or Rockcliffe, U as in uniform. Thank you very much, Sean. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh, and there, Andrea just put it up in the messenger. Letter U. Killer deal on a Forlom, $160, especially an Anakin offer. Go look on eBay or look on anywhere. You cannot find another one of those. Got it, but I can't see the list, maybe because it's on my phone. The list is in the middle of the 4 videos. But yeah, if you can't see the list, you could always ask what the current bid is on letter U or whatever, and I could tell you. Or Andrea will write it in the messages. Somebody did write me last week, and he's like, dude, why don't you just put starting bids on everything so it doesn't take as long and you can get more out? I go, the thing is if I started at $1, it tends to take some time, but it does get up to somewhere near market price. But if I put a starting bid on it, nobody bids. And I don't know why, but it can be seen here very easily. As you can see, everything I put $1 starting bid on is getting up there. And everything I didn't put a starting bid on, for example, or I did put a starting bid on, none of them are getting bids. So, I don't know. The Trenchcoat Han. There are 2 different Trenchcoat Hans. There is letter W, that is AFA 80 Han Solo Trenchcoat. It's a Canadian one with the blank lapel variant. That one's AFA 80, and it starts at $650. And then letter X is an AFA 80 Han Solo trench coat, and that one has the camo lapels and the Anakin offer. It's American, and that one is starting bid of $600. Han Solo trenches. That one is the one with the camo lapel, letter X, and it starts at 600 bones. So you could bid $600 and you're in the lead. I do not have any loose pop-up R2s. I have one without the saber, but that's it, man. Sorry. At the moment, I'm thin on pop-up R2s. Which happens. They sell immediately. That's the problem with pop-up R2s. They don't stay in stock very long. Because all I got to do is put them up, and they go for the market price instantaneously. Is that Forlom offer, Bespin, Han Solo, Rockcliffe in the lead, 500 bones. Still a killer deal on that card. The Leia Hoth is still going really cheap, $65. That's what her blaster costs, is $65. So you essentially get a mint Leia Hoth figure for free. How long does this last? Once you bid, then what? This is until 8 o'clock Central Time, so another 2 hours. And once you bid, you do nothing. No, ask all the questions, dude. I'm happy to answer them. There's always new folks. And all the ones that aren't asking these questions are reading your questions, and then they're getting their answers. So please always ask your questions. Happy to answer them. So what happens is you bid, and then it ends whenever it gets kind of close to where I'm willing to sell it for, essentially. And then if you win at the end of the night, Andrea will contact you, or she'll put up the post with your totals. But there is no real time limit except for 8 o'clock. I shut it off and I go eat tacos in real life. But yeah, I'll end up pulling down things that don't get bids on them and putting up new stuff, and we'll call a bunch of this eventually, and stuff like that. So, but you'll see once I start calling stuff, you'll pick it up. But if you're the leading bidder and you go and have your own Taco Tuesday, and you are the leading bidder by the time I call whatever the item is, then you'll win it. You don't have to be here to win or anything like that. Unless somebody outbids you, then you got to be here to outbid them. And see, we're getting kind of close to there. Like, for example, letter T is Kez Iban. Kez Iban comes with that Luke Stormtrooper blaster. Luke Stormtrooper blaster is worth $250. Kez Iban is worth a little bit more. So I probably won't call it till it gets to $250, but it's already at $225, so it's gonna get there. But then once it gets to $250, if there's slow bidding, I'll end up calling it. Yeah, no, hey man, as long as the issue is resolved, John, we're happy to do it. I mean, everybody makes mistakes out there, and as long as we can get the buyer and seller to work out the correction of that mistake, then people learn stuff, which is the whole point of the Imperial Commissary, folks to learn. Have you come into any more card backs? Man, I got like 2 card backs back here, but no, I've got more proof cards than I got card backs, to be honest. Nice, John. Perfect. That's what we're going for. But yeah, we just want to make it the safest place in the world to buy authentic vintage Star Wars toys, and we've done that. It is the safest place in the world to buy authentic vintage Star Wars toys. Yes, and it's the best. There you go, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate it. But yeah, I started Taco Tuesday right before the pandemic, and I've kept it going because all the money that I sell, all the money I make off of Taco Tuesday, every single penny, goes towards paying for ICCCon, which is our convention once a year. It goes towards helping fund ICCCon. So every penny that I make off of any of this doesn't go to pay any of my bills, doesn't go to my vacations. It goes towards helping to pay for ICCC, which it doesn't completely pay for, but it does take a chunk out of it, which is nice. And I get to hang out with you guys every Tuesday for 3 hours, which is nice too. Keeps me relevant, you know? I don't buy anywhere else. My buddy Demas, who I buy from, and Nick Williams. Anthony Demas, good dude, man. He's usually on here, actually. And Nick Williams, yeah, good dude. Nashville, been wanting to come for years. When is it again? Well, the next one, I don't have the answer to the next one yet. I don't think I have any TIE pilots for sale tonight, Steven Johnson. I'm sorry. I had a couple last week. The convention is going to be in August of next year, but I haven't released the dates yet. So I'm releasing the dates on Friday, so stay tuned and you'll hear about it. But full-size sci-fi convention, movie stars, swag, merch, cool stuff, activities, stage, panel, bands. It's great. And it happens once a year. The Imperial Commissary Collectors Convention. And yes, having to fly into Nashville Airport is pretty clutch for most people because they get to hang out in Nashville, which they like. Any Jawas? Very limited on Jawas, buddy. You know my wife always steals the Jawas. I'm looking around. I don't see any Jawas currently. Sorry. But my wife has a massive Jawa focus, man. She loves Jawas. Haven't seen any loose graded on Taco Tuesday in a long time. Have you stopped buying them? No, I am totally ready to buy. I buy anything. I'll buy it. I haven't had any collections come to me recently. You know what? I think it was Hake sold that complete set for an exorbitant amount of money. But people forget that they were all 85s and 90s and all U grade, which doesn't exist anymore. So that makes them super rare. As much as I was against U grading, it still makes them super rare now. And so people tend to want ridiculous numbers for their AFA graded loose. And the thing is, I'm the kind of guy that'll come in and buy an entire collection. 200 graded loose, no problem. But if you're selling me 200 graded loose, I have to factor in that there has to be margin, or else there's no point in me buying it and selling it. Because once I sell it, it becomes real IRS government money, as opposed to cash in a parking lot, which they're getting. And then there has to be some margin, and there just hasn't been on any of the loose graded collections I've had offered to me recently. There's no margin. And also, I go through them, like I was going through one the other day, and I would love to get it. Great collection. But I'm going through it, and he's like, well, here is an AFA 70 Lobot graded, and I paid $135 for it. And I'm like, well, you got ripped off, number one. Number two, a loose AFA 70 Lobot's going to sell for maybe $60, maybe 70, and you're charging double. So that's the problem, man. Some people, they get it in their head. But then what I do is I leave them my name and number, and I get a call 6 months, 8 months later, and they're like, Mike, I tried to sell them. It's absolutely difficult to sell. It's a total hassle. How much will you give me? And then that's when I end up getting the collections, because there has to be a little bit of margin, or else it's worthless. I mean, I gotta pay taxes on this stuff when I sell it. Whereas when I'm giving them cash in a parking lot, they don't gotta pay tax on that cash. So that factor has to come into people's minds, but they do get that. What I did recently is I did a massive carded collection. I have 100 cards behind me. I just got another 3 boxes in today. I haven't even opened them yet because I haven't had the time. But there's even more coming, and they're really great. As you've seen, these are amazing mint-on cards that most people don't sell, let alone have, and we're just blowing them out on Taco Tuesday. So that's why everybody getting great deals and great stuff, and I'm happy to do it as long as there's enough margin in it that I can do that, because you guys see me sell on Taco Tuesday. If there's no margin, then I'm going to be selling stuff for a loss, because sometimes stuff does go cheap. We did have that Leia that was worth $2,300 go for $1,000 2 weeks ago, so it happens. And I have to factor that in so I don't lose. But no, I'm totally willing to buy loose graded figures. But since that Hakes auction went off, everybody with loose graded figures thinks that their first 79 is worth $27,000, and it's not. Not that I'm averse to spending that kind of money. All these cards, this was a $100,000 collection I bought with these cards. So I'm not afraid of buying expensive collections. But graded loose, hard to find these days, especially 85. Anthony, you know as well as I do, they used to be everywhere. It's that darn Hakes auction and I love Hakes. And congratulations to both the buyer and the seller. But Hakes hypes it to investors, and then an investor will spend way over market value, and then everybody that has those things at home thinks that that's the new market value. And it's really not. And see, now Kez Iban has gotten to the price I would have, so that's how that works when they start for dollars. Yeah, totally, Anthony, but that's what's dried up the loose graded market for the time being, because anybody that searches AFA 85 loose graded complete set, it says that Hake's auction pops up, and then they're like, oh, well, I should be able to get blah, 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 blah. But the thing is people don't realize with these auction houses, okay, here's the thing. Here's the trick. Ready? Really, really rich people have to spend money to have expenses, and then they have to have things they can stick in a safe and insure. It used to be guns and wine and stamps and baseball cards. Autographs less so, but now it's become carded action figures or loose graded action figures because they all come with a serial number, which makes them extremely easy to catalog, extremely easy to insure, and extremely easy to sell for cash and not tell anybody. So for really, really rich people, it's a perfect investment item, much like art or wine or stamps or something like that. So that's why you'll see a Hake's auction and you're like, all right, well, the AFA 80 went for like $5 because their regular grades sell for less because those are deal hunters or real collectors and stuff like that. But when it's like AFA 90, like they had an AFA 90 of that Forlom, I remember, and it went for $11,900. There is no Forlom on the face of the planet that is worth $11,000. I don't care if it comes with $800 cash taped to it. It ain't worth that. And but the thing is, it was a 90, and it was a clear bubble, and it was graded as so, and there was some investor out there that said, well, whatever I pay for it becomes the actual value of this item. And for tax purposes, that is a incredible tax hole. So not only that, the convention prices are crazy high. I was in Dallas and the prices on the stuff they had were crazy. Well, I don't mean to be that guy, William. We all know how I feel about but whatever. But yes, of course, man, that's all right. Here's the thing. That particular collection, and I'm not going to say much about it. I'm not going to give them hype and congratulations to them and whatever, you know. I'm glad the stuff that I did 3 years ago worked out for them this year. But that was kind of snipey. I didn't mean that. Erase that. What I did want to say, though, is yes, the reason why at that convention the prices are so unbelievably expensive for vintage Star Wars is because they don't really have very many vintage Star Wars collectors that go to those events. At ICCC, the Imperial Commissary Collectors Convention, we have tons of vintage Star Wars. That's why you could be going around the booths there and you've got 3 of an ultra rare card, and you're like, well, that guy's got it for $1,100, you got it for $1,500, and that other guy has it for $900. Would you do 8? And then you can kind of get that $800 sometimes, and that makes you get really good deals. And the reason why is because in every business in the world, in every sales position in the world, without any competition, there's no reason for the price tag to be lowered. But with competition drives better markets, better pricing, better deals, everything. And with ICCC, there's always competition. Shoot, man. I remember at ICCC one year, we had 5 rocket-firing Boba Fett's for sale on site. 5. That's insane. And that kind of stuff happens at ICCC, but it doesn't happen at these other events because you don't have a bunch of nerd legit collectors hanging out in their room buying, selling, and trading for 3 days. You know what I mean? And you don't have a floor. Like, I'm quite sure at that other convention that you're talking about, there were booths for, like, I don't know, eye surgery, let's say, or T-Mobile, or Geico, or whatever, or Anderson Windows. I would never do that. I turn down 5-10 booths a year, and they'd be free money for me. But I don't want Anderson Windows selling windows right where you're trying to enjoy a convention experience and enjoy the magic of Star Wars or the magic of sci-fi or space, and you're walking down and you see a really cool droid driving by, and then the next thing is, oh, should I think about LASIK? You know what I mean? I don't do that. It's a collector's convention. So that's why, yeah, of course you're going to find better prices at ICCC because ICCC has something called competition. A lot of foreign investors as well, absolutely. It's good for the community, kind of shady. I do think that Star Wars will hold value. Well, funny thing is, if you want to talk about foreign investors and conventions, 86% of the conventions that happen in America are owned and produced and put on by a company called Informa. Informa is owned by a billionaire from India that was one of the Shark Tank India people. And they're able to kill mom and pop shops because they have YouTube pages with 250 million followers because they're represented by Lucasfilm. We are not. We're represented by, like, Taco Tuesday. But yes, and the other reason, you said foreign investors with the vintage Star Wars, the other reason is here. Ready? If this was a rocket-firing Boba Fett, which it is not, but if this was a rocket-firing Boba Fett, this is actually a really cool one. This is a Lily Letty Boba Fett, overstock, but it's on my desk. It's not for sale. But if this was a rocket-firing Boba Fett, you got to figure that's at least $150,000. And you can take this and you can throw it in your suitcase and travel to any country in the world, and no custom service is going to stop you and say that's $100,000 worth of diamonds. That's $100,000 worth of gold. That's $100,000 in cash, and then tax you. They're going to look at it. They're going to be like, it's a junky old toy, and they're going to let you through. So that's why there's tons of foreign investors in vintage Star Wars now, because you can move ungodly amounts of money across country to country lines and sneak them through TSA, and nobody's going to care or notice. And then all of a sudden, you just moved $150,000 minimum, $150,000 American dollars into Kazakhstan for free without having to pay 40% VAT tax. So it's a no-brainer. I'll take Taco Tuesday over any of those you mentioned, brother. Amen, man. That's because it's about magic, dude. What we do is we try to put on magic. We don't try to put on just some show. All right, I'm going to pull down this big spinning wheel because nobody's interested and they're all good deals. So we're going to pull these down, and I'm going to put up 4 more mid-on cards, and I'll start them at $1. I know, right, Cynthia? Well, you know my rocket-firing Boba Fett story. I was trying to get one because I love Boba Fett. Got 1 million Boba Fetts, right? So I was trying to buy one, and Tom Derby had one, and it was $17,500. And I was like, Tom, come on, dude. I'll give you 17 grand for it. He's like, nah, man, they're selling. I can't sell it for that. And I was like, all right, whatever. If you can't sell it, let me know. And so I offered him 17 grand for it. And then what happened is he sold it like 4 days later. And then the next one to come up for sale sold for 80 grand. And the next one to come up sold for 120 grand or something like that. And then the next one was like 300 grand and 400 grand. And it just completely got out of control. But I did turn down one for 17.5 because I was too darn cheap to pay the extra $500. You had someone ask about letter E and someone else wanted EI. All right, I'll get to those. Sorry, I didn't see him. But that's the thing. If I start off an AFA 60 Leia at $1, she's going to go for $200. Even if it is a Canadian 3-pack one. So that's why some of these I got to put reserves on. So I could always sell them on the IC auction house or the regular Imperial Commissary. Yes, it was Ken Scott. As a matter of fact, it was. Yep, Celebration 5. All right, here is letter E. Letter E can be anything. It's crazy letter E. This is a Time Magazine special edition, 40th anniversary of Star Wars, so 10 years ago. Original price was $14.99, and it's very nice condition. Nothing wrong with it. and that is letter E. It's currently at $1. So if you want to bid $2 for a $20 book, that's the place to do it on letter E. And then letter EI is always the poster every week. And this week the poster is The Last Jedi theatrical release poster with the mirrored image on the backside. That's why it's backwards. The other side has it in the proper forward image so you can read it normally. And those were used at the movie theater inside the light boxes at the movie theater. They use those ones. That's why they print it backwards on the back so the light can shine through it, but it doesn't lose any of its brightness or color. So there you go. Held it in my hands, closest I ever got to one. Dude, I've had a couple in my hands, man, and they are cool. And I want one. I'll get one eventually. The thing is that nobody thinks about, and this is the reality of it, there's at least 120 of them out there, and everybody who owns them that I know of is like 65 years old. And I'm only 43, or 47, 45, gee whiz. So the thing is, they're going to retire eventually, and then there's going to be 100 of them on the market, and that's when I'll buy mine, and I'll buy number 99, and it'll be like 17 grand again. Because there's 120 of those. That Leia 3-pack card is so much more rare than a Rocket Firing Boba Fett, it's crazy. But Rocket Firing Boba Fett has the mystique and the history. That's why it's worth what it is. But it's really technically not that rare of an item. 120 is an insane number. I mean, how many Tri-Logo General Madines are there? 3? You know what I mean? Like, it's not that rare. But it is extremely sought after and loved. So, I get it. They ain't getting me for no 200 grand, though. I'll tell you that much. All right, and here we go. This is for W through Z, and we're going to have no reserves on these. We'll start them all at $1. I think it was a J slot, if I remember, but I don't remember, so I don't know. I can't answer that properly. I'm guessing. This one is a Droids Jord Dusat. He's got a little sticker on his bubble there, but that'll come right off. There you go. Jord Dusat, nice looking card. Got a little bit of, actually that's just sticker there, so you could definitely get that off with a little bit of heat. It is not a litho rip or anything. It's just some leftover of the price tag. So you could definitely get that off. And there you go, Jord Dusat. He does have a little dent right there. No cracks, no breaks, no nothing, and he looks absolutely perfect from the front. But he does have a little dent in the bottom there. So that's going to be letter W. And he'll be starting at $1, $1. You guys like them when they start at $1. But it's tough putting out AFA 85s and stuff and starting them at $1 and just hoping. There you go, Tri-Logo. This one is a Nikto Tri-Logo. He is unpunched. Really, really nice, actually. Minor dents, very minor dents. No breaking, no cracking, no nothing. And with a Tri-Logo bubble, you know how it is. They get dents from just looking at them. Unpunched here. So that's nice. Nice, vibrant card. Looks really, really good. Very nice piece. Starting at $1. You can't go wrong. That's a Tri-Logo Nikto. He's in perfect condition. And that would actually grade decently high because they do give you a lot of leeway on Tri-Logo bubbles. Like I had a couple Tri-Logos go, and even with a dent, you could still pull an 80 on a Tri-Logo bubble. WX. Letter Y, last 17-year programs, number 1 in your hearts, Warwick. Warwick. And this one is unpunched, but it does have a tack hole at the top. That is the biggest problem with it. 2 tack holes right there. It also has a little bit of a crease right there. But a perfect bubble. No cracks, no dents, no breaks, no scratches, no nothing. Perfect bubble on him. That is Warwick. And he is nice mint on card. Very good condition. Just that little crease right there. Unpunched with the 2 tack holes. Could be 1 tack hole if you punch it. But there you go. Starting at $1. How could you go wrong? That's letter Y. And then letter Z, Klaatu Skiff. Klaatu Skiff. This one is also unpunched. Little bit of tab wear. It looks like they jammed a tack between the tab and the top there, but no tack hole, just a little bit of tab wear. Unpunched. Decent bubble. Got a little bit of denting to it. Let's see if we can... Yep, there we go. See, look at that. Just pop that right out. That's tri-logo bubbles there. If you work on them long enough, you could really get them into pretty good shape with the little tape trick and whatnot. But no cracks, no breaks. Looks great from the front. That's a Klaatu Skiff guard, unpunched. Really nice. There you go. Starting at $1, that's going to be letter Z as in zebra. Whoa. There you go. There's a new big wheel. All right, and now I'm going to start up at the top, and I'm going to start calling stuff. So if you're still watching, brother, you can see me calling stuff and understand how that works. We're going to start off with letter A. That is our naked Luke Jedi that we started off with to just start with something small. He's at $8. Mr. Eckholt's going to take him down. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Luke Jedi, letter A. Just the figure, no weapons or anything. And there you go. He's sold, and that's as easy it is. Now that Luke Jedi is sold. So I bag him up, and then he goes into the bin, and then Mike will ship him tomorrow to Cody Eckholtz. Unless Cody has a box. I don't know. Next up is letter B. That is Leia Hoth. Beautiful black hair. Leia Hoth complete. She's going to Rockcliffe. Actually, letter B, C, D, and E are all Rockcliffe custom homes. So we're going to call all 4 of those at once. Just make my life easier since it's the same guy that's in the lead on all 4. So we're going to go Rockcliffe custom homes for letter B, C, D, and E. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. And see how I write the name of the figure in the comments, and then as soon as it hits 0, I upload that comment. So any bids after that wouldn't count. Next up, Chewbacca complete going to Mr. Cody Eckholtz. Going once, going twice, going thrice. 20 bones. So. All right, next up, R5-D4 going to Aaron Larrabee. Shoot, $15 for an R5-D4. That's a deal of a day right there. Going once, going twice, going thrice. 15 bones. Sold. All right, next up, Smiling Lando Calrissian going to Mr. Polk for $10. That's a good deal. Complete figure, no rips, no tears, great paint, $10. Smiling variant, Lando Calrissian, going once, going twice, going thrice. Suffers the curse of the Lando figure. From vintage to modern, it's a peg warmer. Some men on cards are valuable, but from vintage to modern, Lando is that peg warmer. All right, last up, Luke Jedi complete going to Mr. Eckholtz at 105. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold 15 bones. Come to Papa, smiling Lando. There you go, Bill. Good deal, man, on that one. All right, folks. Here's everything else that is for sale. Well, I pull down all these loose figures and get you some new ones out there and bag these up. I'll show you the rest of the items that are for sale. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. This will take me a couple minutes, and then I'll grab you 8 more loose, complete vintage Star Wars figures. I can't guarantee they're complete, but loose vintage Star Wars figures for those spinning wheels there that are empty. What's up, Frankie? How you doing, buddy? Taco Tuesday. Oh, yeah. I've always had the non-smiling one from when I was a kid. Nice, you can put them together. And then that's one of the easiest variants to explain to normal people what a variant is. And you'd be like, see, they were made at different times from different factories. So this one has teeth, and this one does not. Alright, where the heck is Boss Blaster? There it is. Ugh. What? Chad is here. You covering for me? Actually, you can do all the loose figures I'm about to put up. Wouldn't you like that? What card back is Leia Bo? She is a 70 back tri-logo. Palette toy released in England, France, and Spain. They're the only places she would have been sold. Oh, I did have it in that back pot. Luke. Just alright, guys. Chad is here, and I just picked out 8 brand new vintage figures for him. So Chad is here. He's going to cover my break. He'll get you out these new loose figs, and here we go.
What's up, guys? All right, let's get some loose figures up for you. All right, let's see here. All right, the first one going up on letter A is going to be Aliyah Bosch. Let's see here. Where's the camera? Oops. That one. This is going to be letter A. Helmet. Oh, let's take the helmet off. There you go. So you can see it. There you go. That's letter A. There we go. No, that's D. You can do it. There you go. Hey Sean, hey Brent. What's up guys? I'm in Europe. Any chance you could close M? What's M? Oh, the AFA Han Solo Best Spin. I'll have to wait a couple more minutes for that, for Mike to get back to close that one out. Let me get some of these up real quick. Alright, what's next? We got a Gamorrean Guard for letter B. All these are complete, by the way, I believe. Alright guys. There you go, that's going to be letter B. And if there's any one you want to see super up close or anything in particular you want me to look at, let me know. Alright, letter C is going to be Luke Hoth. See if I can get his face up close. You can do it. There we go. Now he's focused. That's going to be letter C. Those are all complete. And then letter D, what do we got? What is it, a TIE fighter guy? Oh. I can never get the weapons to go in their hands. Is he a lefty? Yeah, this one's a lefty. Alright, letter D is going to be this guy, TIE fighter pilot.
Don't want to see the emblem on that in the
He holds his gun with his left hand. Let's see the logos. I can get to focus. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Oh. There you go. There's the logos. There's the chest. Oh. And he dropped his left-handed weapon. Alright, that's going to be letter D.
With this gun, put it in his hand and then turn it like this.
Oh, he can go right-handed?
Put the Tylenol on.
There you go, letter D. Hey, what's up, Jarv? Alright, this guy's name is... I'm trying to... I was trying to remember, but you cheated. Yeah, you ruined it. I almost said it, not before you said it. We got a man-to-man. Huh?
His elbows are where it scratches.
Uh,
So if his elbows are nice, he's really nice.
he's all elbows. No knees, all elbows.
But if you don't see elbows on his, or yellow on his elbows, it's a nice one.
Alright, letter E is going to be a man-to-man. And he's got super clean elbows. No playing in the dirt, this guy.
Looks like watch you make him stand on his feet. It's gotta be-
Look how those elbows are shiny. Nice and green. Alright, that's letter E. A man-to-man's letter E.
F.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not E. F. Letter F. My bad, guys.
True test of a live actor here. Standing with a man with weapon. Practically impossible.
No, it's not.
You got it. I got faith. Where did you go?
I got skills. Look at that, a man. 4 points of contact.
Standing man.
Yeah. Oh, hitting the wall, man.
Try again.
No, I lost the letter.
F.
It's this weapon keeps falling over.
Yeah. This is super top heavy. Told you.
Because you can use his hand to stabilize him. He's getting tired, so he's probably gonna have to lay down for a little bit. That's as good as you're gonna get, guys. Upside down weapon. Good?
Yeah.
Alright guys, Mike's back.
Yeah,
Have
you did
fun.
a man, I can take over.
Have fun, guys.
He is standing. You did a good job on a man. Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, a man is up there, so I can come back. All the tough jobs are done. How about an AT-AT driver? Really nice AT-AT driver, actually. No butt scratch on him, and you know AT-AT drivers with their butt scratches. Great emblems. Those are orange emblems, so if you're into the variants of him, those are the orange ones. Really nice tush. Usually his butt gets all scratched from being in an AT-AT. So there you go. He is complete. He's going to be letter G. Wow, man is knocking over everybody because of his stick. This is a disaster. One second, folks. There we go. All right. Hoth Rebel Commando. He's got the wrong blaster with him. Let's correct that. Anybody need a Millennium Falcon training ball? Because I keep dropping it. I should really save it till the next Millennium Falcon I get. It's missing a training ball. There we go. Hoth Rebel Soldier. Pretty good condition. Molded boots, even though nobody cares about that variant. But it is a variant. He's going to be letter H. As in Hoth. I I need one training ball. Do you? All right. Well, no, because I'll get another Falcon, dude. I could use it eventually, and then I'll sell it to you guys complete with training ball. Next up, Endor Rebel Soldier, painted face, very nice condition on him. Complete. Starting at $1. And there we go, 2 brand new racks of loose complete. The TIE Fighter's beautiful. Gam Guard's nice. They're all really nice. They're really nice figures this set. So there you go. Well, there you go. Andrea said we have a Falcon needing a training ball. So next week you will see a Millennium Falcon, maybe. Well, I've got a training ball, babe. You can grab it from my desk tomorrow. Rockcliffe wanted me to call letter M. You got it, buddy. Letter M going to Rockcliffe Custom Homes. That's an AFA 80 Han Solo Bespin. Going for 500 bones. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Ah, that Luke X-Wing. John Rikita, you still out there, buddy? We're going to put up that graded Luke X-Wing for you, right, bud? All right, the cheapest one on eBay is $700, $699 plus $10.80 delivery. This is an AFA 80 Luke Jedi or Luke X-Wing. AFA 80, card 80, bubble 85, figure 80. The cheapest one on eBay is $700. Let's start this guy off 500 flat. How's that? $500 starting bid. He's going to be the new letter M. He is Luke X-Wing. E is sold as well. You got it, babe. E is sold as well. Let's get you out something new for crazy letter E here. What in the Sam heck is that? Cool. My book. More info on the Luke. Card 80, bubble 85, figure 80. Okay, and we got a brand new one for letter E here. It's a 65 back, Luke, dear. 65 back. My Terrific Book to Color with Stickers. 144 pages, over 30 stickers. Yoda, Wisdom of Warriors. I see all the coloring books. It's an unused coloring book. I do not see the stickers, so they must come in a separate thing. But it's an unused coloring book, so if you got kids that like to color, that's fun. or if you like to color. Andrea, do you want the coloring book? Andrea likes to color. But there you go. Starting at $1. Crazy letter E, huh? Crazy letter E. There you go. It's a 65 back card. What year is the coloring book? I don't know. 2014. So it's not that old. Can I see the two Hans again? Trench coat ones? Yeah, I took them down, man. But I mean, if you wanted to throw on a bid, I could always put them back up. The Canadian one was starting at $650. Unpunched, very nice. Canadian. La Guerre des Étoiles. And he was starting at $650. And the other one was an American Anakin offer, also AFA 80. And he was starting at $600. Also unpunched. And he's the one with the camo lapel. So there they are. If you're keen, $650, $600. Feel free to put one of those as a starting bid. Just say Han trench coat, that much. And then I'll put them up on the next wheel that's available. And we'll let them spin for a few minutes and see if anybody else is keen. They're freshly graded, so I'm trying to keep them super nice. So I'm putting them back in poly bags here for you. Alrighty, folks. Ask any questions you like. Happy to show you or tell you. Yeah, they're both really, really nice, man. Really clean and unpunched. Alright, I do have to call attention to Klaatu Skiff right here. Right there. He's only at $25, and he is a sealed mint on card tri-logo Klaatu Skiff. So I know it's not everybody's favorite figure in the world, but that is crazy cheap. Insanely cheap. I mean, that's what the loose figure would be. What letter is Luke X-Wing? Luke X-Wing is letter M as in Michael. Letter M as in Michael. Luke X-Wing. Let's call the German for Aaron Larrabee. The German one, letter P. Letter P is the German cloud car pilot. We're going to call that for Mr. Larrabee. Great deal on that. I think it's easily worth $500. It's going for $350 right now, so killer deal. Congratulations, Aaron. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. You have to find someone that wants the German card. Alright, and we're going to put out a new letter P, I think. Ah, Fife, you just missed it, man. And it was so cheap. I think you missed it. Yeah, you missed it. And see, whoever was asking before, that's what happens if you're too late on it. It'll come in after I put it in the comments. And then that bid won't count. Sorry, Fife. Here we go. Droids card. Kia Mole. Kia Mole. Unpunched Droids card. Very nice condition. Let's check her out. Comes in a star case. Yeah, that one you just pretty much send in for grading because it's perfect. I should have actually sent it in for grading, to be honest. But there you go. Very nice. Great bubble. No cracks, no breaks. No dents or anything. I don't feel nothing. Great looking card. Nice and bright. Unpunched. Really nothing wrong with that one. Starting at $1. Kia Mole. Droids card. She's going to be letter P as in Paul. Sorry, Fife. How could you be doing something on Taco Tuesday of all days? That's going to be the new letter P, so there you go. The new letter P there is Kia Mole starting at $1. What carded Ewok is up there? That carded Ewok is it's a Warwick. And it's only at $250, and that's easily worth $450. So I'm not calling it yet. But that's a Warwick, last 17 Warwick, and it's easily worth $450, and it's only at $250 so far. I mean, just that figure is worth more loose. So, Arthur Lou, what up, buddy? Haha, I do have a loose last 17. I was like, Arthur Lou. Arthur Lou always bids on the loose last 17. Those are his favorite. He's got to have 30 million of them. But yeah, look at that. That's a Warwick right there, and it's only at $250. That's a steal. Steal of a deal. Worth more loose complete with the coin, for sure. There's everything currently spinning. We also got letter EI, that The Last Jedi theatrical release poster. Let me know if you want to see anything. Happy to show you. Jared and Brian Z is already at $75. Klato Skiff, still super cheap for a mint on card. Tri-logo mint on card. He's a good deal. Next one, let's call Leia Bosch. That Leia Bosch tri-logo right there for $240. The Mr. Eckholtz there. We're going to call Leia Bosch for... it's a good deal on Leia Bosch, $240. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Letter C is a Luke Hoth. Loose complete Luke Hoth. That's a nice piece, dude. Congrats. Leia Bosch. Tri-logo Leia Bosch. Here, how about an insanely rare Leia? Now this one is special because it is also German. This is a German. This one is extremely hard to find. There are only 5 graded examples in the entire world, and this is the 3rd highest grade in the world. And there's only 5 graded examples. To give you an idea, there's like 1,000 graded examples of vinyl cape trowels. AFA 75 plus. The card is a 75, the bubble is an 85, and the figure is an 80. Only problem with the card is there's a little tiny white mark right there. That's just a little litho rip or whatever. Otherwise, she's perfect. Now, here's the thing that's super special about this. Normally, it's like a $400 card, right? Tri-logo Leia Best Friend. The reason why this one is worth a lot more, I'm going to be starting it. I'm going to be starting it at $900. The reason why, it's worth more than that. I think it's worth $1,200 easy. The reason why is because this is a German Parker card. So it is written on there that it's a Parker card, but you can tell by the size of the bubble and the type of the layout. If you notice, she has a super duper fat face. So it's a tough to find variant. She's got a super duper fat face, and She's a German Parker card. So usually the Tri-Logo Leia Bespin will have a huge bubble. It's bigger than that red backer there. It'll have a huge bubble. And this one has a small bubble. I do not have any R2-D2 pop-up R2s right now for sale. Sorry. So this has the German Parker bubble. It's the German Parker card. So it is a Tri-Logo, but it is a really hard to find Tri-Logo variant. And even of the regular Tri-Logo variant Leia Bespin, there's only like 15 of them graded. But this one, there's only 5 in the entire world that are even graded. And this is the 3rd best grade in the entire world. It is rare as heck. And it's because it's got that small bubble. It's got Fat Head Leia on there. And it's a German Parker card. So we're starting this one off at $900. If anybody's keen, it's okay if nobody is. You can try to look it up all day long. There was one Facebook post about it like 3 years ago. And it wasn't even for sale. Like, it's just so rare. So there you go. Definitely, I guarantee you, definitely more rare than a rocket firing Boba Fett. Letter S. That is that Parker card, Leia Bespin. Leia Bespin. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, she is beautiful. We're starting her off at $900. I think she's worth $12, so she's still a steal of a deal, and you can't find one. So if you're into Leia Bespin variants, you are not going to find another one to buy. Certainly not one cheaper. But definitely not one cheaper. But, I mean, probably not another one, because it's a really rare card. And there, just so you can see, this is what the normal Leia Bespin looks like. You see how big her bubble is? And also, she's got a skinny face, like a regular Leia Bespin. But that's the more common Tri-Logo. Still hard to find, but more common Tri-Logo. The grade is an AFA 75+. It is the 3rd highest graded example in the world. Very rare card. All right, if there's anything anyone wants to see, any questions anybody has, I'm happy to tell you. The shorter bubble is German. Yeah, it means it's a Parker card. Here, I'll try to find the Facebook post where I learned everything about it. Give me 1 second. Here. Yeah, even this post I found was from 2015. I don't know what happened to Joe Cosmo. He was a good dude, man. But see, there. German Parker, 2 small bubble variations for Leia Bestman on German cards. This one is the smallest of the 2. But yeah, German Parker altered bubble Leia. But yeah, they're hard to find. Mine is AFA 70. Nice. So you're one of the 5, Fife. You need an upgrade? But yeah, 5 graded examples in the world. Yeah, and here is actually the population report right here. But as you can see, there's 4 with clear bubbles, 1 with a yellow bubble, and there's mine. Hey, Fife, if you got one graded to 70, I would double check that, man, because it's not on the population report. So make sure it is a Parker. You could also tell because Leia's got a fat head. Brian Campbell, you have one too? Are you guys sure that you have one too? Because, like, if you have an 80, that's the only 80 in the world that you have. And Fife, I don't see a 70. So those might not be German Parker. Those just might be tri-logos with a bubble variant or something like that. Yes, Chris, it is. Same hotel. No, it's not a Parker, yeah. The Parker ones are really rare, man. They're not common. That's right, Brian, is yours... Does it say Parker AFA 80? Just a tri-logo. Yeah, that makes sense. They are really rare. If there were 2 more of them on this thread, then everybody that collects awesome vintage Star Wars is on this thread. You know? Rockcliffe Custom Homes wants to take it home. It might be worth more than $1,200. The problem is, Cody, I'm just guessing because you can't find comparables. There hasn't been one sold since forever. I wasn't able to find a single comparable sold. I found one that was ungraded that sold in 2015 for $850. And that's where I got my pricing structure from. Because it was a long time ago. And ungraded. I do want to make mention, I know this is the worst one, the worst movie, but this is an actual theatrical poster with the mirrored image on the back side, and it's only at $21, so that's super duper cheap. It's the big, legit theatrical poster, and that's super duper cheap for a theatrical poster. I know it is The Last Jedi, I understand, so it should go cheap. I wouldn't be surprised at that, but it is super cheap right now, letter EI. Like, that's got to be at least an $80 poster at minimum, even as The Last Jedi. What up, Aiden? How you doing, man? How's school going? You done yet? You doctor yet? What are you going to be? Doctor, lawyer? What can I use? What do you got? Check your IM on your phone. Okay. Yeah, you do have a Parker, dude. Yours is legit. It says it on the AFA label. So that's cool. So we know where 2 of them are of the 5. IT for the last 2 semesters. That's cool, man. Hey, nice, brother. Congratulations. Always be hunting. And we got 910 on S. Cody Eckholtz takes over on an S on that Parker Leia. A Man-to-Man's cheap, especially with all the hype and popularity of the Mandalorian movie. Yeah, no worries, Brian. Hey, man, always happy to. When I got to just read a label, it makes my life easy to confirm things. Beautiful stuff spinning there. Let's call letter U. What do you say? U. Aiden, I already sold one, man, right at the beginning of this show. I had a really nice one that sold. I'm sorry, buddy. But no, I don't have another right now. We're going to call letter U for Rockcliffe Custom Homes. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. And as I do that, he takes over on Leia Bespin there. At $1,000. Watch the language, cool college kid. You're on the IC. But yeah, dude, bummer. It happens. It happens to the best of us, man. I told how I missed out on a rocket firing Boba Fett for 17 grand story. So it even happens to me, bro. It's a really nice Forlom, dude. Congrats. It's a good looking card. There you go, Cody. All right, buddy. What do you guys want? Do we do Luke X-Wing? We did a Luke X-Wing. Do you guys want a graded one? Here, somebody said an EV99 before. Here, I don't remember who said it before, but I have 2 EV99s. AFA 75. I'll start it off at $900. I was going to sell it for $1K on the IC. And this is an AFA 85. I'll start it off at $1,100, and that one I was going to sell for $1,200 on the IC. So whoever it was that wanted an EV99, tell me if you want an 85 or a 75, and I'll pop it up there. Can I see the label on S? Yeah, dude, for sure. John Rakita asked for the X-Wing. So Rakita, do you want a 75 or an 85 EV99? Parker. Look at the size of her melon. She's so chunky. Or if anybody else out there is keen on an EV99, let me know if you want a 75 or an 85. I shouldn't have asked. I should have just picked one. That's on me. Got 25 on the AT-AT driver complete. Frankie Ramos. Aaron Larrabee. Now we got 3 bidders on that Parker Leia at 1025. Aaron Larrabee takes over on Parker Leia. 1025. Yours is an 80. This is a 75 plus. It's not that much of a jump. So I would say Brian Campbell. I would say probably like 15 or something, man. Find out what the final value of this is, and I would say yours is worth at least 15 to 20% more. Because without the Y bubble and it being an 80, because people love 80s, 75 plus or not, an 80 is an 80. So I would say like add 15 to 20% onto whatever this one sells for, and that is what yours is worth. If I had to guess. That's the best I can do. Alright, I don't know which EV99 to put up. So I'm going to put up to 75. And I'm going to start it off at $800 instead of $900, so we'll make it super cheap. It's definitely worth $1,000. And this one's still beautiful. I thought it was going to pull an 80, but it did not. But I'd add 10% for the clear bubble, and I'd add 5% for the extra 5 points. All right, this one's going up, starting at 800 bones. EV99, last 17-year programs, number 1 in your hearts. AFA 75, card 75, bubble 75, figure 85. Starting at only $800. EV99s have gotten expensive over the years, but she's always been expensive. I've had them break inside bubbles, so it's not really surprising that she's so expensive. There you go. If you got any questions on anything, please ask me. Happy to show you. Happy to answer any questions about any of the items. I'm going to put everything up big for a spin so everybody can see what's going on. That's cool. Never seen a chunky face Leia. The Lily Letty ones are chunky face too. Lily Letty Leia Bespins have chunky faces. That Luke X-Wing is cheap at $500 for sure. Let's call letter T Kez Iban. We're going to call letter T. Right there in the middle. Kez Iban for $335 to Mr. Rick Carlson. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold to Rick. Kez Iban. Now don't be ripping them open to take out that Luke Stormtrooper blaster. Okay? Actually, you can do whatever you want. It's your toy. It is no longer my toy. Once it is sold, I have no control over what you do with your toy. But, please don't. Oh, goodness gracious, folks. What else do you want? A lot of action tonight. A lot of action tonight. Anything in particular? Or let's just do this one. Doesn't look like YouTube comments are coming in. It just worked for me. I just did a test there, babe. So they should work. If you had on a comment on YouTube, no, the comments are coming in on YouTube, I think, dear, because the last comment I got was any last 17 R2-D2 with lightsaber, and I did see that one. Okay. Lando, Skiff, Tri-Logo. The good is his bubble is really nice. It's fully sealed. There's actually, like, no dents, which is weird because it's a Tri-Logo bubble. The bad, somebody punched a hole in it, and there's a bit of a rip. But the good is that bubble. When have you ever seen a Tri-Logo bubble so nice, right? Gee whiz. There you go. Lando Skiff going up on letter T, starting at a doll hair. Your soul didn't show. Oh, yeah, no worries. Thanks, baby. Yeah, you're right. My soul did not show. I don't know why. Let me test it the other way, babe. Here, hold on. Maybe it was just a glitch. Yeah, there, it showed up on YouTube there. Who knows? Technology. There you go, folks. If there's anything you want to see, you just let me know, and I'm happy to show you again. Jason Copeland starts off on that Lando Skiff at 50 bones. Yeah, we preferred a bit on Bill on Facebook because YouTube doesn't really have a messenger program that works in the same sort of way as Facebook does. So we usually just do it through Facebook Messenger. But if you don't have Facebook Messenger, that's okay. We can figure out a way around it. Just send the contact information over to Andrea. Even an email we've done before on YouTube for people that aren't on the IC or something. But you are. You should be fine. You got a Facebook profile. Beautiful stuff up tonight, folks. Beautiful stuff. Can you show Z? Of course. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. Unless of a horse, that horse, of course. Yeah, no worries, man. Sometimes Facebook is squirrely on the video and stuff like that. So yeah, you can totally watch on YouTube, and we can totally write you on Facebook. Here he is, Klaatu skiff guard, couple dents to the bubble, but no cracks, no breaks, no nothing. He is unpunched technically, but somebody put a tack in between the punch and the top, so there's a little bit of wear there at the top of the punch, as you can see. But otherwise, very nice. Nothing really wrong with it. Little up here, but that flips back down. Still a good deal. Letter Z. Klaatu skiff. Yeah, Andrea uses YouTube at the house to watch it. But she puts me on mute. How about them apples? I guess she does hear me talk a lot in general. Because my animated ways you only have to deal with for 3 hours on a Tuesday, she has to deal with every day. Because I'm like this in real life. Great deals to be had out there. I gotta talk about this one. I can't believe this one. This one's only at $250. It's Power of the Force Warwick. Granted, it does have a tack holes up there, and a little bit of a crease right there, but perfect bubble. Nothing wrong with the bubble. It's only at $250. That's a $450 card all day long. It's a Warwick. It's only at $250. That's a steal. Half price right there. Half price. Oh, you don't mute me until the ending song because Rex assumes you walk through the door immediately. How sweet, Noodle. How very nice of you. I love you. Yes, my dog is crazy, if anybody was wondering. But he's very cute, so it's fine. He can be a terror. I just saw you. Yes, no problem, babe. Go ahead. Andrea has to feed that monster dog, as a matter of fact, so I can't call anything for the next 5 minutes. And I'll write down the new bids until you get back, babe. Go for it. Feed the monstrous puppy. Okay, I'm back. Did he like his dinner? What a good boy. What card is T for the noob? No worries, buddy. That is a Lando Skiff tri-logo. And it would have been sold in England, France, and Spain. It's got a hole punch hole at the top with a little bit of a tear. But otherwise, it's really nice, and the bubble is, like, perfect. For a tri-logo, it's insane how nice the bubble is. It's a good deal still, bro. It's cheap. $60 for a sealed mint on card main character is cheap. Especially for a tri-logo. There you go. Definitely good bid, Cody. Taking over on T at $65. That's a steal. You don't want it. Just for the record, I know I keep saying Warwick is cheap. This is how cheap Warwick is. This one just sold on eBay for $291.51. And it's missing the entire card. That sold on August 2nd. So, just throwing that out there, you could get an entire mint on card Warwick for cheaper than one sold on a cup bubble. Recently. That Warwick is cheap. Wow, look at this one. It is so cheap. This one sold on July 12th for $281 and you don't even get a coin. And it's more expensive than the one we're selling right now, mint on card. And it just sold. That's a sold price. Sold. So just throwing that out there, Warwick is cheap. Here he comes spinning around now. I'll show you again. But you get that entire card for cheaper than just the figure with his accessories. Letter Y. Cody Eckholtz took the info. Did something with it. 260. He takes the lead on Warwick. Nobody bid on EV99, huh? What do you guys want? Tell me if you want a certain card or something that you saw in a picture or something. I'll dig it out and put it up for you. I got to replace that EV99 with something. Nobody wants it. $800 starting bid. $200 under what I'll eventually sell it for. FYI. There you go. Sean Conover just took on Warwick. 290. But it's 7:42. If there's anything specific you want, tell me now, and I'll call something and put it up. Yeah, dude, I think you got like an 85, didn't you, Cody? That was a beautiful one. Return of the Jedi, Luke Bespin. Let me check, Fife. I thought I saw one too. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'll show it to you. Give me one sec. Time for one more E? Yeah, I'll call E and put something else up. Jason McKee takes E. Once, twice, 3 times. Sold on E. Okay, a new letter E. Disney, What Happened and What Comes Next? Star Wars, David Childers. It's a book. In 2012, Disney purchased Lucasfilm, ushered in a new era of Star Wars. What followed was the most tumultuous chapter in the franchise history. It's a book with words in it. Starting at a buck. Letter E. I do not have a Papa Bar 2 with a loose saber currently. I'm sorry. All right. Unpunched. AFA 75. This is a Luke Bespin. AFA 75 Luke Bespin. The cheapest one up for sale is $849 with 52 watchers. It's a lot of watchers on eBay. So this one I will start off at I don't know, $600. How's that sound? Make it dirt cheap so it'll sell. So I didn't rip it out of the plastic for nothing. There you go. Unpunched AFA 75 Luke Bespin. There is currently one up for $849. We're starting this one off at $600. Card 75, bubble 80, figure 80. So 75, 80, 80. No, the poster is letter EI. And I have no place to put this, so I'm going to call something. I'm sorry. Let's call that key mole there, letter P. Going once, twice, 3 times. $200 Kia Mole for Rockcliffe Custom Homes, letter P. It's 77 back, babe. 77 back A. So that Luke Bespin will be letter P. Letter P on Luke Bespin there. Sorry, baby. Oh, and I didn't even copy and paste it right. 1 second. Kimola is well sold. She's gone. There you go. All right, it is 7:47. Oh, you wanted to see the Lando tri-logo, Lando skiff. You wanted to see it again. The problem with it, it has a hole punch hole in it and a little bit of a tear. But the bubble is perfect, which is rare for tri-logos. Hole punch hole, a little bit of a tear. You could flip it, so you can't really tell. Well, you gotta flip it better than that. But anyway, little hole, little tear. But the bubble is very, very nice. And there you go. She is an AFA 75, bro. AFA 75 EV99, and she is card 75, bubble 75, figure 85. It's a really good deal currently. Made it 800 bucks. It's worth 1,000. What up, Sean? How you doing, buddy? Oh, not me, Mike. Massey Michael. That Luke Bespin on letter P is $250 cheaper than the cheapest one on eBay. Just for the record. It's cheap. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. All right, it is 7:50, so I'm going to start calling them. We're going to start backwards with WXYZ. That theatrical release Last Jedi poster is going for 22 bucks. That's super cheap. So here we go. Starting off on the big wheel. Right here. There you go. Fife took over on that Luke Bespin. Starting on the big wheel right here. You can see it at the top right of your screen. We're going to start with George Doucette for only 125 bucks. Letter W, that's a good deal right there. Letter W going to Rockcliffe Custom Homes, going once, twice, 3 times. George Doucette is sold. Next up, Tri-Logo Nicto going for 140 to Jay Copeland. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. And next up, I'm going to call Y and Z together because they're both Rockcliffe Custom Homes. Going once, 400 bucks on work, 150 on Klaatu Skiff. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Rockcliffe, sold. All right, and I'm going to pull all those down. You guys feel free to bid on anything else. If you have any questions, ask them. I'm more than happy to show you or to tell you anything you want to know. All right, and Z is done. Only got 85 bucks on T. It is a mint on card tri-logo figure. I know it's just a Lando, but that's cheap. All right, next up, we're going to call that poster letter EI for Mr. Brian Campbell. The Last Jedi theatrical poster. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Well, just right there, we can tell that everybody liked Rogue One a lot better than The Last Jedi. Good night, Rockcliffe. Have a nice night. Enjoy Europe. You are going to miss the Taco Tuesday song, though. All right, we're going to go up top. We're going to start calling these loose figures right here. So first and foremost, Leia Bosch complete going for Sean Conover, letter A. And we're going to do these ones right here, top left of your screen. Letter A going once, twice, 3 times, 33. Next up, Grammarian Guard and Lukoff and Grammarian Guard are both going to Rockcliffe Custom Homes. So we'll call both those at once. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Yeah, I agree completely, Sean Conover. Infinitely better. Rogue One could sit right next to 4, 5, 6 all day long. The Last Jedi cannot. Shouldn't even be on the same shelf if there were still blockbusters. Next up, that TIE Fighter complete. Frankie Ramos, you got a nice one there, pal. TIE Fighter complete, $55. Frankie Ramos going once, twice, 3 times. Letter E is the Disney What Happened Next book for Jason McKee. Going once, crazy letter E. Going twice, going thrice. So, a lot of learning on letter E. I like that. Lots of stuff to learn from on letter E. Books and whatnot, and words. Many, many words. Next up, a Man complete going to Massey Michael at $285. That's a good deal on that. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Next up, AT-AT driver for Frankie Ramos. Another nice one you got there, Frankie. Going once, going twice, going thrice. $36. Next up, Hoth Rebel Commando, $6 going for Mr. Jaglio. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Good night, Massey Michael. Rockcliffe going to take down the Endor Rebel Soldier. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Letter I. Sold. Next one I've been avoiding calling because it is a killer deal. AFA 80 Luke X-Wing, only 500 bones, going for Mr. Cody Eckholtz. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Good deal on that one, brother. Enjoy. Next up, my man Fife taking down the Luke Bespin. Letter P, going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. Next up, Aaron Larrabee taking down that Leia Bespin Tri-Logo German Parker card. An absolute beauty with the fat head Leia. Going once, going twice, going thrice. And last but not least, Mr. Betancourt taking down the Lando Skiff Tri-Logo. Going once, going twice, going thrice. Sold. And that is it for tonight. Happy Taco Tuesday. Thank you very much for hanging out. Thanks for supporting the IC. Thanks for supporting ICCC. And remember, it only takes 3 super simple things to be a great member of the Imperial Commissary. And those things are teach, learn, and grow the hobby that we love so much. Thank you very much for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you next Taco Tuesday. Good night.
Hungry for treasure from a galaxy far away? Tune into Taco Tuesday, it's the ultimate display. Vintage Star Wars gold, deals that never miss. Only on the IC, feel the force in every bid. Incredible finds beam straight to your screen. Every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Central, come live the dream. From rare Boba Fett to that Falcon you adore, Taco Tuesday's got the goods and so much more. Looking for that Falcon or a figure still sealed?